What's going on, everybody? Today we're gonna be talking about something that seems like straight out of a movie. Operation Sunstreak. Hey, welcome back for another video. Today we're gonna be exploring Operation Sunstreak, a top secret CIA program that used remote viewing, psychic abilities to spy on enemies and even hunt for biblical artifacts. What was this program? Did it actually work? And why did the CIA think psychics could change the game during the Cold War? Let's break it down. What was Project Sunstreak? Project Sunstreak was a part of a broader U.S. government effort to explore remote viewing, a supposed psychic ability where individuals could see distant locations, objects, or even events in their minds. It started in the 1970s under a program like Project Stargate, but evolved into Sunstreak by the late 1980s. It was run by the CIA and the Defense Intelligence Agency. Their goal was to use psychics to gather intelligence that satellites and spies could not. During the Cold War, the US was desperate to outsmart the Soviets. Rumors swirled that the Soviet Union was experimenting with psychic warfare. So the US said, we're not going to get left behind. They recruited trained remote viewers, people like Igno Swan and Pat Price, who claimed they could describe hidden Soviet bases, secret documents, or even future events, all from a quiet room thousands of miles away. The program operated at secure facilities where viewers would enter a meditative state guided by coordinates or questions. Something like what's inside the Soviet bunker. Their visions were recorded, analyzed, and sometimes used to guide real-world operations. But here's where it gets wild. In 1988, the CIA allegedly tasked remote viewers with locating the Ark of the Covenant. Yeah, like the one from the Bible. A declassified document claims a viewer described it as hidden underground in the Middle East. Here's an article I found. Declassified CIA documents claim that the mystical Ark of the Covenant was located by a psychic decades ago in the Middle East as part of one of the intelligence agency experimental secret projects in the 1980s. Viewer identified as 032. They gave him the job of targeting the Ark of the Covenant. The psychic described a location in the Middle East that they claimed housed the object and said it was being protected by entities, says the CIA document. Target is a container. This container has another container inside of it. The target is fashioned of wood, gold, and silver, they said, allegedly not knowing they were trying to find the ark. Similar in shape to a coffin and is decorated with a seraphim. The declassified document shows several pages of drawings depicting one of the seraphim standing out of the corners of the ark, along with a drawing of mummies lined up on the wall. Visuals of the surrounding buildings indicate the presence of mosque domes, they added. They said the object was hidden underground in dark, wet conditions. Now, when I hear dark and wet, I actually had a theory. What if it is hidden under the Euphrates River and the correct time that they say that it's going to be allowed to come is when it's drying up? Because if you didn't know, the Euphrates River is in the process of drying up currently. In Revelation 9 verses 14 through 15, a voice instructs the sixth angel to release 4 angels bound at the Euphrates River. The area is also said to have ancient Babylon tunnels, and if you know Babylon, you know how that ties in, to the biblical story. Babylon had the Tower of Babel. That's when humanity was trying to build one tower to heaven. But also in Revelation 17 and 18, Babylon the Great represents a spiritual and moral system opposed to God, characterized by idolatry, materialism, and persecution of the faithful. It's depicted as a great prostitute, seducing nations, symbolizing corrupt worldly powers. Its ultimate destruction signifies God's triumph over evil. But the way that it works is Remote viewers were given a target, coordinates, random numbers and letters, and actual locations to avoid a bias. And they sit in a controlled environment, clear their minds, get into meditative states, and describe what images came to them. These could be shapes, colors, or full-on scenes like a factory or a weapon. The CIA trained these viewers using strict protocols like the coordinate remote viewing method developed by Stanford. The result? Mixed. Some sessions were eerily accurate, like when Pat Price described the Soviet facility down to the cranes and equipment, later confirmed by satellite imagery. But others were vague or flat out wrong, leading skeptics to call it a waste of taxpayer money. Me, I just attribute that to some being actually good at doing it and others just pretending like they were good. Still, the CIA kept at it. The reason being is, even if they only succeeded 10% of the time, that could still give them an edge. And they spent about $20 million over 2 decades on this program. But the exact Ark of the Covenant mission was in 1988. A remote viewer claimed to see the Ark hidden in an underground chamber, possibly in Jordan or Ethiopia, guarded by non-human entities. The declassified documents don't confirm whether the CIA acted on this, but it shows how far they were willing to go. Beyond the Ark, Project Sunstreak targeted military sites, missing persons, and even UFOs. Some sessions produced detailed sketches that matched real locations, while others were too vague to use. By 1995, the CIA shut down the program, citing inconsistent results. But some claim the tech was quietly continued in the black budget programs. In conclusion, Project Sunstreak is one of the CIA's most strangest programs. Did psychics really unlock secrets of the universe? Or was it all Cold War propaganda? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Let me know what you think. And if you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe.